Hi everyone, I'm Angela. Welcome and welcome back to Angela's Fashion Mix. I hope you've had a fantastic day and I thank you for being here. And if you're new, we talk about fashion here. And periodically, I'll throw in some lifestyle moments to mix it up a little bit. But it's all about fashion, how to wear those wonderful things that we take time to buy and bring home. Today's video is in collaboration with a brand called The Jacket Maker. And they reached out and asked if I would review their leather jacket. And I was happy to do so because just had not taken the time to explore that space. So I'm excited to share the jacket that I've received, and I'm going to be showing that to you. Also, I'm going to be talking about colorizing the closet. I've had some questions about how I put things where. Because the closet is converted from a bedroom, I have a lot of space to spread things, but I want to talk a little bit about how I decided what goes where and how I put my colors together and how I decide which pieces go first. So I'm going to show you the different sections and how they are colorized, as well as what I do with the prints. So that is part 2 of the video. So first, let's get into the jacket. It is by the Jacket Maker. And you can see some of the details here on the sleeve here, as well as on the cuff. And the cuff is zippered and lots of studs, as well as the angle zip. I erred on the side of larger, and I got the 3XL. This is the back. The lining has a quilted detail. Studs are all the way around the collar. There are zippers here on the front on both sides. Additionally, they sent a garment bag, which is really nice, that has the brand name on it, and it just opens to one side. There's also a car air freshener and a leather binder, a little notepad with a leather cover and jacket maker there on the front. There is a card from the CEO and co-founder. So it's stating that they decided to buck the trend by giving consumers something they wouldn't find at a luxury store or high street brand, and that's quality leather jackets at an affordable price. We don't say this often enough, but customers are bringing us one step closer to making it the norm. And that's from the CEO and founder. A very nicely constructed leather jacket. Now, I've mentioned before with regard to sizing up or down on your garments. Going up to a 3XL is a big leap for me. Typically, I wear a large or an extra large in a jacket. But with the being a leather jacket, I thought I'd take a chance on getting it in the 3XL. And this is how it's fitting. So for me, going up to the 3XL was the right choice. So that's how that looks. So I'm going to create some looks with the jacket, from casual to a little bit dressier. There will be several, because there are always those opportunities that we may want a leather jacket, something a little bit heavier, but not necessarily something long. So I'm liking it for that reason. And it feels good. I do like the weight of it. I think it's going to be very warm. And it is a nicely constructed leather jacket. So I'm going to give some details about it as I go through my looks. So stay tuned for that.
The leather jackets are made from full grain leather, the highest quality of natural leather, and develops a patina with use, giving the jackets a very appealing look. There are a wide range of standard sizes from extra small to 3XL, and a made-to-measure option on every leather jacket in the store. That is a plus for people with larger sizes, and it does not limit your options. The made-to-measure opportunity is quite rare when it comes to leather jackets. They're handmade with the finest stitching, smooth edges, and curves. produced one at a time with attention to detail to maintain the highest standards of quality. The jackets have YKK zippers that are very smooth and functioning and lined with high-grade polyester and viscose. The jacket is a classic double rider biker jacket. The studded detail on the notch collar gives it a subtle punk rock energy, and a variety of simpler versions of this style are also available. The Sally Mae jacket is made from full-grain sheepskin leather. It's lightweight, soft, and supple. It has an aniline finish, allowing the leather's natural look to shine. Don't forget there is a 10% discount with the discount code Angela10.
So let's talk about colorizing the closet. I get a lot of comments about the organization and how the closet looks. And I honestly feel like it is because it is colorized. So that to me is more aesthetically pleasing. Now the color wheel dictates yellow, orange, pink. But for me, I tend to go with pink, yellow, orange. That just feels better to me. And typically what I do is put all my maxi dresses together. If it's in here somewhere and it's a maxi, they're all going to be right here in this location, solids and prints. And I do that because I don't want a maxi dress that is halter top to get lost in the mix of something and I'm looking for it and it's stuck up in somewhere and I can't see it. So I like to see things. So I put all of those here. Then I go into my whites and I colorize light to dark. And I start with white, my sleeveless, short sleeve, long sleeve, because all of my dresses are here. And if I'm going to colorize, I'm starting pink and I'm going to yellow. And if I had orange, it would be in here. And I would do that with shades of whatever the color is. Again, on the color wheel, it would show as yellow, orange to pink. And they kind of put pink beside red. And that's kind of what's happening here with my pinks and reds. But I'm a little different here when it comes to pink and yellow. And I do the same in the other categories. So within the colors, I go lighter to darker, even within the colors. And I try to keep those consistent. Then I will go from red to a burgundy. This could, if I had more brown, I would potentially put it with the brown. But because I don't, I've got it here as a dark red. Then I go into blues, I go into greens, different shades of green. So here I have these 3 shades of green, and I'm seeing these as a lighter, middle, and a darker shade. And I go through each of the colors and do just that. So my prints are here on the end, and even inside of the prints, I still try to go light to dark for the most part. Now they may get a little off, but for the most part, I'm going from a lighter to a darker color. And if I have multiple prints of something similar, like polka dots, I will try to put the larger dot first, then go into the smaller dot. So that's kind of what I do with those. This works for me. If you choose to do something different, that is totally fine because that is the space that you're working within and you want it to be comfortable. You want it to function for you and be easy. You want to be able to see your things, want to be able to find things. And when it comes to my shoes, I do pretty much the same thing. I go from white to nude and I go from nude to gold because I see that as a neutral. So I have gold behind the nude and then I put in the silver and then I pick up on the color. Now, when it comes to the colors here, I don't have pink in the shoe. The one shoe I had was pink I took out. So I have the yellow going into the orange. This is peachy. So I put that one first and then playing into the orange next to a fuchsia. This is actually fuchsia going into the reds, so forth and so on. So that's how I colorize those. So when it comes to my blazers, the same thing. I start with white and go to an off-white. Then I'll go into pink, yellow, and into oranges, reds, greens, blues, and so on. Now, I have gray in front of the navy. Gray is lighter. And then I go navies into blacks. And like on the dresses, I will put the prints on the end. Same thing with the suits, same thing with my tops. And although this is a print here, this is a print here because it has a thin strap. So it doesn't get lost in the mix. I put that up front here. And then the prints go to the end on this end. And it is the same with my handbags. I start with white and go all the way around to prints. I go lighter to darker. So technically this is yellow. It's a mustard yellow. But rather than put this in front of red as yellow, I've got it here with the browns because this feels better to me. Because it's just the one, I would rather see it blend into these colors than to be up here, then skip to red, and then start this again. That feels more aesthetically pleasing. And it has some brown tones in it. But because it's just the one, if I had 2 or 3 other yellow bags, then I may would put them here. But this works better visually for me like that. So that's how I colorize, and I do a similar thing with my jewelry that can get a little bit busier, but I do that as well. So in terms of keeping things looking a certain way, I want to keep things colorized, and that seems to work. So I hope that helps while you're putting together your closets, while you're converting bedrooms or adding on spaces, or whatever you're doing with regard to adding the spaces that you want for your closet. Hopefully this gives you a little bit of direction in how you can possibly set yours up. You can do it according to the color wheel, or you can do it however you choose. The point is it works for you and that you wear your things. Also, the next closet sale is scheduled for Thursday, September 14th at 7 p.m. Thursday, September 14th at 7 p.m. for the next closet sale. There will be some fall components in this one, and I will have more blazers and as well more of the same from before. But Thursday, September 14th at 7 p.m., and that is Eastern Standard Time. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe, like, and share. I always appreciate that, and I thank you for your time that you spend here. Everyone have a happy holiday and a great start to your week, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.